Welcome to Discover Daily by Perplexity, an AI-generated show on tech, science, and culture. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sienna. Today we're exploring how a forest in Ecuador might become a musical artist, legally speaking. But first, let's look at what's happening in tech and science.
Russia has just imposed what might be the largest fine in history on Google, $20.6 decillion. For perspective, that's a number so large it exceeds the world's total wealth by many orders of magnitude. The fine stems from Google blocking Russian state media channels on YouTube, beginning with Tsargrad TV in 2020. And since the Ukraine invasion, Google is reported to have blocked additional Russian channels, including over 1,000 YouTube channels and 5.5 million videos. CNN reports that even the Kremlin spokesman admitted he, quote, cannot even pronounce this number, which tells you something about its astronomical scale. The fine's calculation is based on a daily penalty of 100,000 rubles that doubles every week, leading to this mind-boggling sum. While clearly symbolic and impossible to enforce, it reflects the ongoing tension between Russia and Western tech companies over content moderation and sanctions compliance. What's particularly interesting here is Google's response. Their parent company Alphabet has addressed these Russian fines in their earnings report, stating they won't have any material impact on their finances. The company's Russian subsidiary already declared bankruptcy in 2022, and they've proactively filed lawsuits in US and UK courts to protect their interests. Based on Google's current quarterly earnings of $88.3 billion, it would take approximately 58 sextillion years to pay the fine, about 4 trillion times longer than the universe has existed. Moving to environmental concerns, a troubling study has revealed that everyday black plastic items in our kitchens might be dangerous to our health. Research published in the journal Chemosphere found toxic flame retardants in 85% of tested black plastic consumer products, including kitchen utensils and food containers. The contamination comes from recycled electronic waste, particularly old TV casings. What's most alarming is the discovery of flame retardant concentrations reaching 22,800 milligrams per kilogram in some black plastic food containers. These chemicals, including brominated flame retardants, are known to be hazardous to human health. The health implications are serious. These chemicals are linked to cancer, endocrine disruption, neurotoxicity, and developmental issues. The related healthcare costs are substantial, with annual synthetic chemical exposure-related costs in the United States ranging anywhere from $5.5 billion all the way up to $63 billion. To protect yourself, being selective about your purchases is crucial. Consider replacing plastic kitchen items with alternatives like stainless steel or glass. When shopping, look for products explicitly labeled as free from flame retardants. Since these chemicals can migrate from products into food, it's particularly important to avoid black plastic items that come into contact with your meals.
Now, let's turn to something more uplifting. A fascinating story from Ecuador that challenges how we think about creativity and nature's rights.
Trees, speak in your leaves, breeze and streams, tell me your dreams.
That's Song of the Cedars, a unique collaboration between musicians, writers, and a forest. A groundbreaking legal petition in Ecuador aims to recognize the Los Cedros cloud forest as an actual co-creator of this song. The composition incorporates natural sounds recorded in the forest, from echolocating bats to howler monkeys and even subterranean soil recordings where a new fungus species was discovered. Musician Cosmo Sheldrake describes the forest's soundscape as a rich polyphony, where species have evolved to communicate without drowning each other out. This isn't just artistic innovation, it's built on Ecuador's unique legal framework. The country was the first to recognize the rights of nature in its constitution, and in 2021, their constitutional court recognized the legal personhood of the Los Cedros Biological Reserve. This protected nearly 12,000 acres of primary forest from mining activities, setting a crucial precedent for environmental protection. The Los Cedros Reserve has already proven its importance in environmental law. Last year, over 1,200 scientists, including Jane Goodall, advocated for its protection. The reserve is home to critically endangered species like the brown-headed spider monkey and provides crucial habitat for hundreds of threatened species. If this petition succeeds, it could set a precedent for recognizing ecosystems not just as resources to be protected, but as creative entities in their own right. The song will be performed at COP16 in Colombia, bringing this innovative approach to environmental protection to a global stage.
That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. For more info on anything we covered today, check out the links in our episode description. And don't forget, you can now access Perplexity's AI-powered knowledge base on the go with the mobile app, available for both Android and iOS. We also just released the Perplexity desktop app for Mac OS. In other Perplexity news, the company recently introduced internal knowledge search and spaces. With Perplexity Pro and Enterprise Pro, users can now search across both public web content and their own internal knowledge bases, seamlessly accessing and synthesizing the best information from all sources to get answers faster. Perplexity Spaces, on the other hand, are AI-powered collaboration hubs that can be deeply customized to specific use cases. Whether you're part of a project team conducting research, a sales team creating customer proposals, or a student team working on study guides, Perplexity Spaces gives you a place to work together to get things done. These new features are part of Perplexity's commitment to enabling more holistic, accurate, and fast research, making it the comprehensive knowledge hub for any organization. We'll be back here tomorrow with more stories that matter. Until then, stay curious.